So hi everyone, I hope that you are all doing well. So I have bought a new series for all of you, that is mains model question and answers. Here I will be giving questions and I will be giving the answers for that. Introduction I will give, the body I will give, the conclusion I will give, and the way of questions that could be framed on that particular topic. So by this, like this, every week 1, 2 and 3 will do. In that way it will become 100, 200, 300, 400, like that till many months, like that, so that you can directly go and attempt your examination, and get a good marks for yourself. Be focused, be motivated, and try to work hard a lot. And that's what it is. Let us go ahead for our lecture. Like, let us go ahead with our lecture. So without taking much of your time, so I have to tell all of you that the lesson is purely in English. So those who students who are from Hindi or Telugu medium, please try to concentrate on it. I'll be more happy to help you out. If you are unable to understand, you can just ping me on this number, or you can call me. If you want to be a part of my Zoom classes, this is the only number. Okay, fine. So what I'm starting is I'm starting for UPSC or state PSC, whether it is TSPSC or whether it is Maharashtra Public Service Commission, whether it is Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission. So Group 1 examinations, Grade 1 examinations are there, no? For that purpose and for the UPSC purpose, okay. So model question and answer series I am starting, okay, and I'm calling it as, it's very funny, but still, like, I'm calling it as what, hit series, okay. Mains UPSC hit series. That is what I have uh, for, wanted to keep this name. So let us go ahead. Okay. So with the we are talking about the role of media here. Media. Okay. So with this lecture, you can able to answer 4 of these questions. Okay, in your examination. The questions are, you can directly read from it, and any questions, if you see any of these questions in your examinations, please try to answer. Okay, whatever I have given you, and that is more than enough. Please copy paste in your answer sheet. That is all done. Okay. So media is considered as the fourth pillar of democracy. You all know, like legislative, one pillar, executive second pillar, and judiciary the third pillar. Right. These three pillars generally do what? They generally try to bring social order in the society. Society should be in order. Okay, they try to bring harmony in the country. They try to give justice to the aggrieved person, and they try to govern the country in a uniform way, so that everyone should properly develop. There should not be any inequalities. Resource distribution should be in such a way that every citizen of the country should use resources equitably, so on and so forth. So many objectives are there with regard to three systems of government. The third one of democracy is what? Media. Okay. So here the question is, what is the role of media to ensure what effective democracy? Effective democracy, I'll come to that. Just wait for a while. Okay, second question is, in recent days, a popular word that is Godi media. Godi media is in news. Comment. Discuss the role of media and threats faced by media, okay, that could compromise on its ethical principles. So media should have some ethics, like it should not be impartial, it should not be biased, it should not do one side of reporting, it should not escalate okay, any communalism issue is there in one particular area. So that is some kind of ethics that media needs to follow. So, but in recent days, we have seen that role of media is faced with a lot of threats, and that is leading to compromised ethical principles of media. So, what is that? We'll discuss about it. The role of media has been questioned by the populace. Populace means we. We have been questioning with regard to media. Okay, this is not proper. It's not giving the correct view of the government. Okay, it's not properly showing. It's one-sided like that. So a lot of people are talking about it. That's why this question is here. Elucidate means give example why we are questioning them. Give example why we are questioning them. Is there any incidents before that media has shown bias reporting or impartial reporting? So let us see, like partial reporting, and suggest some remedial measures. So what can we do? What can we do if this kind of media is evolved in our country? What necessary steps should be taken by the government in order to make the media free from all the threats, and encourage unbiased impartial reporting from them. Okay. So general points to set the tempo to your answer. This is the first in the it is an introduction that you are going to write in your journal essay or in your answers, mains answer, GS paper, general studies one. See, as because you know that they are talking about democracy. Okay, democracy is there means again in democracy I told you that there are four pillars are there. One is legislative, executive, and judiciary. Media is fourth. So that's why we have to talk about in a democratic setup what is the role of media. That is important. The word democracy is the combination of demo means people and crazy means rule implying rule of people. Crazy means implying rule of people. When democracy means the country should run according to the will of the people. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, democracy is seen in the form of for the people, of the people, and by the people. Means the democracy should work for the people, for the interest of the people, for their development of the people, of the people means according to their will and aspirations, and by the people how they want it. Democracy it implies ultimate authority of the government. Okay, it says that ultimate authority of the government is vested in the people. That is called as democracy. Means in a democratic setup, the people are supreme. People are supreme, and the authority and the power of the government is generally derived from people only. Because we only elect the government, right? We only elect the leaders, right? We only elect our PM, right? Okay, we only elect our president, of course, in indirect way, but we give them the power. It means that they got the authority to rule the government according to the what will of the people, according to the will of the people. So democracy is also characterized with public policy which should conform to the will of the people. Means any public policy. Public means the policy made by our majority party, means the party in power, whatever the policy they make, whether the policy is reservation related, whether the policy is education related, whether the policy is civil matters related, okay, whether the policy is criminal matter related, whatever it is, what matter it is not important. What is important is whatever the policy that government makes, it should conform to the will of the people. Means what people desire, that policy need to be taken up by the government. It's not the other way around. What government decides should not be imposed on it. What we decide should be imposed. Okay, that is called as democracy. Hence it is nothing but state, means the government, that is India, should serve the interest of the people. It should serve, the government should serve the interest of the people at the foremost, not the government, not the we are served with the will of the government. We should be served according to the will of us. Okay, that is what is democracy. Okay, to ensure effective discharge of above democratic principle, means to the people, of the people, for the people, okay, and public policy must conform to the will of the people, and the state should serve the interest of the people. All this could be possibly implemented in our country, okay, by various institutions like legislative, executive, and independent judiciary. And in all of these, free media has also play a very significant role in all spheres of individual and society as a whole. Individual and society as a whole. So this is the tempo of your answer. This is the introduction. Okay, so we are just trying to tell to the examiner, the invigilator, that what is the meaning of democracy and how media could play a very important role. How media could play a very important role in the sphere of an individual and also society as a whole. See, effective democracy means what? Effective democracy means legislative, executive, judiciary should work in their spheres according to the constitution, and they should be impartial, they should be unbiased, they should, okay, secure the interest of the public at large. Okay, they should secure the interest of the public at large, and they should eliminate the benefits and interest of fringe groups. Fringe group means chote chote, so fringe groups, they should eliminate their interest and try to serve the society at large. That is called as effective democracy. So if we want to have all that into existence, okay, we need to have a effective democracy. Means all the organs of the government should work according to the powers vested in them, and vested by us, and also vested by the constitution. Country like India, where a multi-party system is in existence, many parties are there in our country. Grouping of parties and on ideological basis is very common. You know that a weak opposition or a weak media could act as a hindrance to the effective democracy or not. Yes. Okay. If you are having one ideological base, okay, and the opposition is weak and the media is weak, what will happen? This ideology will be implemented throughout the country or not? Why? Because opposition is also weak and media is also weak. So opposition, if even if it is weak, media is not weak. No, media should highlight the ideological, okay, impositions on the total country. Okay, it is their duty, it is their duty. Okay, so what we are learning here is, what is the issue of effective democracy? Why we are not able to discharge the democracy in a very effective way? Why we are getting compromised on various principles of various institutions of democracy? So a weak opposition, okay, or a weak media could act as hindrance to the effective democracy, leading to a what? Authoritative rule. If these people, opposition and media, put a blind eye what government is doing, it will lead to what? Despotic rule, means authoritative rule, means where the interest of the society is not served at all, where the public policies are made for the, for to who the small groups, okay, small groups, whatever the groups, ideological groups, etc. Beside this, other issues which is going to aggravate the above situations, it means above despotic rule, or communalism is also seen, regionalism is also seen, casteism is also seen, and class distinctions are also there. The issues and conflicts relating to the various sentiments, opinions could be solved through deliberations rather than force. This is what the democracy says. If any issues are there, and if any aspects of any community, any region, or in any caste, if any aspects of any community or region or any caste is is conflicting, is having another sentiments with regard to other community, and their opinions are different, they could be solved through deliberation rather than force. Okay, if we in our country, okay, if we are having any kind of conflict with the government decisions, the government should not use what? Force. They should do what? Deliberation means let us sit and talk. That is what democracy decides. This is where media assumes a significant role that helps to bring various divergent views into convergent view. So a public policy is made by the government. So a lot of people are talking about it. They are disapproving that public policy of the government. They are not happy with the government policy. And all of these opinions are channelized, or all of these voices could be heard to the government only when media is there. Okay, divergent views of different people will be converged at media, and here from here it will go to the government. So that is how media plays a very important role in order to bring various divergent views on any particular aspect of the government, okay, into a convergent view, and helps the government to understand the wills and aspirations of the people. Okay, role of media, it is very important question. Okay, directly it will come in the examination. Media helps to highlight the socio-economic disparities, okay, among the citizen. Social disparities are nothing but, okay, in society you see casteism. So how one caste is backward with regard to other caste? What is the position of one caste with regard to other caste? What is the literacy rate of one caste with regard to other caste? What is the an infant mortality rate of one caste with the other caste? And economic related means you can say the per capita income is how much it is less. Okay, how much BPL population is there, how many people are in poverty, how many people are not getting what employment, etc. Okay, this is what economic aspects. So media helps to highlight socio-economic disparities to the government. Okay, it helps to highlight the dissent of the population. If you're not happy, it is the media that could tell to the government that we are not happy, because you know that media will come to our home, or they will also do some survey. They will take the opinions in the streets or wherever we are sitting. So what you are going to say, sir, the government has initiated this bill. What is your opinion on it? Like that, they will ask no in that way. It helps to highlight the dissent of the population with respect to a public policy. It also helps to highlight the discourse of public policies to constitution. Okay, if any government program or policy is there which is not inconsistent with constitution, which is not inconsistent with what? Constitution, it is also, media is one which is highlighting it. Okay, and how they will highlight means they will bring a lot of experts. A panel, a debate panel will be there, where lot of experts will talk about how the government policy is not inconsistent with constitution. Okay, media helps to crystallize the views of citizens. Crystallization means lot of views are there here. Crystallize means coming together. So many people are having many views. So at the end, media will have a survey, and where like out of 100 people, 80 people may have the same opinion. This is called as crystallization. So government will also get aware of this, that 80% of the population is not interested in this public in this particular law or act or any rule or regulation, whatever it is. It acts as a channel to exchange view between government and people. You know that media is the one. It makes people aware of government policies and programs. So media highlights the various schemes, various policies of the government, so that we'll get information about it. Okay. Media helps to check the various evils of administration, like corruption related sting operations do happen, and that is conducted by media. They will highlight to the government that, see, this is the corruption ridden department is there. Media highlights any discrimination to any individual or community. Media highlights impartiality of administration, and also it highlights the tyranny of the government, arbitrary use of power or abuse of power of the government, also media highlights. Okay. Media helps in spreading political awareness among the people. Okay, media talks about politics, media talks about parties' manifestos, parties' agendas, parties' ideological basis, parties' promises. So it also creates what political awareness. Media asks us to go and vote also. Media asks us to select the candidates on the basis of so and so qualities, etc. It also shows the important event of the world, okay, and its connection and influence on the Indian social and economic affair. So if any world event is there, and how is going to impact us, like Paris summit is there. Paris summit is also covered by what, this media. Paris summit is one summit that helps to protect the environment. Okay, it is a summit in which all the countries pledge that they are going to decrease the pollution to so and so percentage, and they are willing to reduce the temperatures, global warming temperatures, like that. Okay, and if any global crisis happen, okay, in anywhere, how it is going to impact us. So media, it does not talk about only internal dimensions of governments. It also shows us the news of what world news, and also shows that how it is going to affect our social and economic affair. Media helps to educate people at a time of election. Okay, at a time of election, media helps us to know that which party promises which thing in a lucid manner, because parties manifestos will be in English. So many people are not literate in our country, so they should also be aware of what government is promising, right or wrong. Yes, so media helps to educate people at a time of election by showing them the manifestos of various political parties. Okay, with that we can judge. It helps to gather the views of public through hashtags, comments, section replies. Okay, with the help of this. Okay, media runs, okay, trends also, hashtag trends or comment section. Media asks to give us view, so we also write our view, and section means comment section replies, etc. And very important aspect of media is all the demographic groups like children's, youth, adult, old, everyone opinion could be easily considered by the media. It is a channel where every demographic group can put their views, and that views could be heard by what? Could be heard by the government. So that is the role of media. So this is having a elaborate, a big, larger role of media is there in our country, in any country. Now, see, let us see the credibility and objectivity of media. Credibility means how far can we trust the media? Does media sometimes discourse the what constitutional principle? Does media discourse from its own ethical principles? Okay, that is called as credibility. How far we can believe it? The recent news relating to TRP scam, okay, Delhi riots, and Tabligh Jamaat related to coronavirus has shown biased reporting. Very, very important point. Okay, and this was evident by Supreme Court judgment also. It is not a new trend. Even recently, the editor anchors of Sudarshan TV broadcasted UPSC Jihad has crossed UPSC Jihad. This the program name is like that, has crossed all levels of ethics related to media. where provoking one community with another and spreading insecurity and enmity and trying to influence the voter conscience in electing their leaders. Okay, so you can understand that in recent years we have seen what the credibility of media is decreasing. We are unable to believe them what actually they are showing, because these are the instances that we have learned the lessons from. These are the instances that we have learned the lessons from. Another examples of media biasness were evident by the fact-finding team appointed by Editors Guild of India. It's a association. Okay, this association has appointed a committee on communal disturbances in Gujarat way back in 2002. And this committee said that it is the two Gujarati newspapers were guilty of promoting anti-Muslim feeling among the population of Gujarat. Okay, and media covering extensive portrayal of horrors on innocent people escalated the event to the zenith. They went to the households and they said that kaisa mare the, how did it happen, how they came in, okay, did they leave the pregnant woman or not, did they kill the children. So they highlighted each and every horrors in such a way that other community also started what doing the same thing. Okay, so it was a classical example, and it is a fact finding that media has done unbiased and impartial, biased and partial, okay, reporting was done by India, but sorry, was done by the media in the recent years. So examples are given. This is called as elucidate. The third question was there, no? Elucidate means give example. What is that? And when anytime you see elucidate word in your question, that means what they're asking you to put some instances or examples like that. So I have given you this 2 3 here. Conclusion. It is now the need of the hour. See, role of media. There will be only one question in the examination. To please do remember this point, that whatever the question comes with regard to media, introduction and conclusion will remain the same. Okay, introduction and conclusion, directly you copy paste whatever I have given to you. Don't go into the excess of it. It's not required, because only one question will be there. Nobody's going to write the same thing again and again. So don't worry, they are not going to ask you 10 questions on role of media, right? So that you may feel that array repetitive is there. No, one question, one introduction, one conclusion is enough. Okay. It is now the need of the hour that media should stick to its ethic and not to resort to biased reporting and images if democracy needs to be successful. Since both print and electronic media have so much responsibility to ensure effective democracy and well-being of the people and nation, it should follow the fair and responsible way of functioning. So beautifully I have written this conclusion. Please don't miss it. Do present this in the paper in your examination. That is more than enough. Okay. Let us see some threats faced by the media. Okay, threats. What is the threats? Hostility towards media, which is openly encouraged by political leaders, poses a great threat to democracy. Okay, corruption, paid news, advertorial are threats to free, unbiased media. Okay, we are paying them money to show something like that. So that is also happening in our country. Security of journalists is the biggest issue. Those who are reporting very true things, they have been either killed or they are being assaulted. Okay, and when they are covering what sensitive issues when they are covering. So this is also leading to what one of the this is also one of the threats that media is not performing well. Corporate and political power has overwhelmed large section of media, both print and visual, which led to vested interest and destroy freedom. So a lot of corporatization of media happen. Lot of corporates are assuming now what buying media shares, etc., and they belong to political parties and they are just promoting their ideology. Okay, and political power, recently we have seen large political power has been usurped over the media. So some important threats I have written here. Please go through that. Okay. Okay. One is a World Press Freedom Index. Okay, released by Paris-based Reporters Without Border. Okay, organization. So how our media is there? How much freedom that media is having to report what true events? Okay. So it evaluates the level of freedom available to media in case of reporting. India is ranked 42nd. 42nd. Okay. In 2020, now it has been dropped two places, showing the compromise functioning. So before we were ranked very good. We were ranked around 40. Now we ranked 42. It means what? Two ranks increase. Two rank increase. It means what? Recent years media is functioning in a compromised way. Means violating the ethical principles. Violating the ethical principle. Okay. This Citizenship Amendment Act. Because of that, two ranks we have decreased. Okay. So Supreme Court, in order to protect the freedom of media, does Supreme Court has said anything? Means yes. In 1950, Supreme Court in Ramesh Thapar versus State of Madras clearly told that freedom of press is foundation of democracy. And the Supreme Court also told that this foundation of media, freedom of press, is inherent in Article 19(1)(a). Freedom of speech and expression is there. No, in that only Supreme Court has categorized that okay, freedom of press is the foundation of democracy. It is inherent and implied in 19(1)(a). Of course, all the freedoms are not absolute. They are what they can be limited on reasonable grounds. But Supreme Court has also said that it is very imperative, it is very compulsory that okay, media should function very freely. So what could be done? I have told you. So you are having what Press Council of India Act of 1978, okay, which governs Press Council of India. It's a body, it's a office, and which is a statutory body made through an act in the year 1978. So it regulates the total print and electronic media of our country. Print and it regulates and monitors who is reporting right, who is reporting wrong, who is misleading the people, etc. It monitors everything. So Press Council of India, the prime duty is to preserve the freedom of press and maintain and improve the standards of newspaper and agencies of news in India. Okay, it is a duty of them to do it. Okay, so thank you so much for hearing to me. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Take care. Okay.